Welcome to Winter Warmers Week 5 home workout. Today I decided that I would actually do it inside my home so that it was more relative to how you'll be doing it inside your home. We're going to do a mobility warm-up and then we're going to be really focusing on our core today. So to start off with our mobility, these exercises are called CARs, controlled articular rotations. So we're going to be working through all of the joints in our body and moving them around and trying to increase the blood flow and the oxygen to those joints so that they remain supple and not so crunchy. Before we get into that, something that's important for me to note is that you can create force within your own body. If someone was running towards you, you would brace yourself for impact, or maybe you would run away, but if you weren't given the option to run away, you would brace. And that feeling of like someone's gonna crash into me, that's 100% irradiation or force in your body. If you didn't know someone was running at you, you might be standing there quite relaxed and then they would hit you and you would fall over, and that would be 0% irradiation in your body. As you're doing these exercises, I want you to aim for about 40 to 60%. So you're not standing there as stiff as a board, but you're also not just kind of like going through the motions. You can make any exercise as easy or as hard as you want it to be without even having any weight. If you create force in your muscles within your body, you can increase the difficulty of any movement. So we're gonna start with our neck. We're going to do about 4 or 5 of each body part in each direction. So again, I'm not standing here floppy. I'm trying to be quite strong. I really take my ear right over to the side, chin all the way down. So I'm not just kind of going with whatever my body can already do. I'm trying to push my range of motion and increase my mobility. From neck, we're gonna go to shoulders. Big circles reaching back. So again, I'm not going floppy armed and nice and easy. I'm going strong. I'm really trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together. You might find you can create more force if you've got fists. Reach those fists as far back as you can, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Bring them together at the top. 4 or 5 and then change directions. Again, squeeze and then bring them together at the front. Squeeze them back and then together at the front. 2 more. Really reach it. Last one. Good. From here, we're going to keep our arms out in front of us. We're going to do our wrists. So you want to come all the way down, all the way up. So we're trying to get real flexion of the wrists, changing directions, down and pull the fingers back. Lots of people end up with stiff, tight wrists, but we've just got to keep the blood flowing. We're going to do elbows next, so you want to look a little bit like a floppy puppet. Bring your hands right into your armpits. You can do this way, or as I was doing before, both. Kind of windscreen wipering, and then you're ready for the robot after that. Good. From elbows, we're going to bend our side body, reaching up and over, up and over. Feel it stretching out along the side of the ribs. So these CARs, I like to do when I'm doing a lot of desk work. Whether you have a sitting or a standing desk, it's still a pretty stationary thing to be doing sitting at a desk. Standing at a desk, you're not moving a lot. We're going to twist now, working along the ribs, along the spine, going side to side. Reach as far as you can. Look to the back of the room. This is a great way. You don't have to move from the desk. You just have to get up, spend 5 minutes increasing the blood flow around your body. If you get cold fingers, cold toes while you're sitting at the desk, get up and do a couple of these. You don't need to do all of them, just a few. We're going to go into spinal rolls next. Chin to chest, round the shoulders, roll it down, bend the knees. You can hold it here at the bottom. Make sure your head's nice and loose. Lower back is nice and rounded. Roll it up. This is really about stretching out the lower back. So you want to keep your knees bent. It's not a hamstring stretch. Hamstring stretch would be done with straight legs, but we're bending our knees. One more time, make sure you're standing up all the way in between. And you really want your shoulders, neck and head to be the last thing to lift back up. From here, we're going to do our hips. You bring your knee up as high as you can, open your knee out to the side, turn it out, bring it down and repeat. Knee lifts, comes out to the side, rotates out, so my knee's forward, my heel is backwards, and then around. So you don't just take it to the side and then down, you have to take it, try and get it back behind you. It's really going to be great for your hip. We spend so much time with our legs in front of us in a chair position. It's so good to make those hips go back the other way. Same leg, reverse direction. So now you're going back, then in front and down. It's a little bit easier to go backwards when you start backwards. You can get that nice stretch at the front of my hip, around. The hard part is you want to try and keep your hips facing one way. So I'm trying to bring my leg around, move my femur in my hip socket without twisting my whole body to do it. So your leg goes back, but my body stays forwards and around and down. Then we're changing legs, doing the other side. So I always go forwards first, but you can go whichever way you like. Turn it out and down. I try and stay balanced as I do it as well, because then I'm working my feet, ankles, knees and hips all in one exercise, working the balance, but you can put your foot down each time if you need to, or you can do it holding onto a wall or the back of your chair if you're at your desk. Reverse directions, go to the back, then to the front and down. Stretch the hip, lift the knee, bring it round and down. We've got two more. Remember to keep the body straight forwards. Nice little clunking I've got happening in my hip here on this side. All part of the fun. Step the feet out nice and wide now. I'm going to stretch out the inner thighs. You can have your feet a little bit turned out to the side. We're going to reach opposite hand to foot. Right foot, left hand, left foot, right hand. Trying to twist, if you can, even further past your foot so that we're twisting the spine as well. Good. Last one, ankles. So if you can't balance whilst holding on to your shin, you can go over to a wall, pop one hand on the wall, and then just hold on to your shin with one hand. We're trying to point our foot, flex our foot, and go all the way around. Full circles. Change directions, back the other way. Really try and pull your toes all the way back and then point them all the way down, stretching out the front of the ankle as well as the arch in your foot. Changing legs, other side, flex, inwards, down, out. Remember, try to create as much mobility in each joint as you can. Don't just kind of mindlessly go through the motions, change directions. Try and always pull, push. How much range can you get? Can you get a little more? Excellent work. Now, your heart rate should be a little bit up. You've sent blood all around your body, oxygen all around your body, and we're ready to get into our working set for today. All right, get your shoulders and your abs ready. We're going to be pumping out a few plank variations in this workout. Number one, we're going to do plank toe taps. We're gonna do 20 or 24 or even 30 taps. So that would be 10, 12 or 15 taps on each leg. Elbows directly underneath shoulders. Squeeze your tummy up nice and tight. Make sure you're not lifting your bottom too high or dropping your hips down. Keep it nice and in the middle. Make sure when you're doing your plank that you're keeping most of your weight in your upper body. Your shoulders should really be feeling it, and it should be nice and light on your toes, and you should be right up on your big toes, right up on your tippy toes, heels not sinking towards the floor. Up on the toes, sinking back. We want to be like this, not like this. Next, we're going to be doing twisting lunges. So you can do these body weight, or you can do them with any assortment of household items, wine, beans, or if you've got a weight, you can use that too. I'm gonna go with my weight for these ones. So, as I step my left foot back, I'm gonna twist to the right. Always twisting across the leg that's in front of me. The twisting in this exercise, it's what is going to work into your waist, going across the leg. If you twist the wrong way and go like this, your knee is more likely to bend inwards, which is bad for your knee, and you're also more likely to fall over. So always twist across the leg that's in front of you, twisting as far around as you can. If you can, try and take your body and your head, your eye line, right over to the side. I keep my arms bent, in nice and close, focusing on the twist. My front foot is pointing straight forwards. My knee is going over my toe. I'm up nice and high on my back toe, alternating sides. You can do 20 or 24 reps. Make sure this front knee doesn't wobble inwards. Keep it pressing out. Next up, we're going to do side planks, and I've got a few different variations for you. So, option number one is actually just to do it on your knees. This is the easiest option. Option number two, you're still on your knee, but you can lift and lower your bottom leg, or we can do thread throughs. Then from there, preferable is to do it on your toes. Again, you can just hold this position and count to about 30 in your head. Or you can do leg lifts and maybe you count to 20, or you can do thread unders. That's my personal favorite. I can really feel my waist working, and I might do 10 of those and then rest. If you're up, make sure you're lifting your hip nice and high away from the floor, really working into your waist. Elbow directly underneath your shoulder, palm flat on the ground. So last week I said that our working set had 6 exercises, but it only had 5. This week it's got 6, I promise. So this is exercise number 4. We are going to do twisting aeroplanes. So it's really going to work your balance. Arms up in line with your shoulders, leg up in front of you. You're going to tilt forwards into the aeroplane position. My head is in line with my heel. You don't want to look like this. Then you're going to twist, opposite hand to foot. Then same hand as foot. And then stand back up. We're going to repeat that 5 times. Just make sure that you keep your knee of your working leg pointing straight forwards. I twist my torso to the side, but my knee keeps going straight. Same with the other side. We want to remain strong through the legs, working through the waist. Exercise number 5, we're gonna do reverse plank, opposite hand to heel taps. So easiest option, keep your bottom on the ground. Harder option, hips up off the floor. I'm reaching my hand all the way across my body to my opposite foot. If you can't reach your foot, you can just tap your calf. Okay? Fingers should be pointing towards your toes if you have that mobility in your wrists. Otherwise, you can turn your hands out to the sides if you need to. It's a little bit easier on the wrists. Draw the belly button in nice and tight. If you get tired, put your bottom on the ground. Exercise number 6, we're gonna do a pulse squat box step. I'm gonna use my beans. So you're gonna come down, nice and low, pulse, pulse, pulse. Now you can either stay down low and kind of just keep seeing how long you can get that leg burn going for, and then stand back up, and then we do the other leg leading first. So I go back down, and then I go right, left, back. Heels come down, butt stays low. Or for an easier option, you can just do it one time. So you come down, do pulse, left, right, and up. And then the other leg. Down, right, left, and up. You don't need to use the weights if you don't want to. Those quads will be burning either way. All right, so then we've got our 6 working exercises there. Plank, legs, plank, legs, plank, legs. I want you to try and work through it 3 or 4 times. It's a quick little set, getting you up and down, heart rate up, abs working. Give it a go.